Did you know that 3.4 million people are stalked every year in the US alone? Stalking isn't just about following someone, it's about control, fear, and obsession. For months, I felt like a prisoner in my own home, haunted by the feeling that someone was always watching. It began subtly, almost imperceptibly. At first, I noticed small things. My garden gate left open when I was sure I'd locked it. My trash cans moved slightly from their usual spot, and footprints in the damp soil near my windows after it rained. I brushed it off as coincidences, the kind of things you wouldn't think twice about in a quiet suburban neighborhood. But then came the notes. Short, chilling messages like, "You looked beautiful at dinner last night," or "I love the way you braid your hair." At first, I thought it was a prank, maybe a neighbor's kid playing games. But when I found one tucked inside my car, a car parked inside my locked garage, I realized this was no joke. The fear crept in slowly, like a shadow stretching across my life. I lived alone in a modest house at the edge of the neighborhood, surrounded by tall trees that cast eerie shapes on my walls at night. Every creak of the floorboards and rustle of leaves outside made my heart race. I couldn't shake the feeling that I wasn't alone. I stopped going out after dark, installed motion-activated lights, and even adopted a dog for protection. But the feeling of being watched never left. One night, I woke up to the sound of my dog barking furiously. I rushed downstairs to find my back door wide open. The locks were intact, and there was no sign of forced entry, but I knew I hadn't left it open. That was the night I decided to install cameras around my property. The cameras caught everything. Or so I thought. For days, I checked the footage obsessively, but there was nothing unusual. Then, one morning, I noticed a shadow darting across my backyard at 3 a.m. It was too quick to make out details, but it confirmed my worst fears. Someone was watching me, and they were bold enough to come onto my property. I upgraded my security system, adding more cameras and motion detectors. I even set up a makeshift alarm using bells tied to the gate. For a while, it seemed to work. The notes stopped, and the eerie disturbances lessened. I started to believe that whoever it was had given up, but then, the notes returned. This time, inside my house. One was taped to my bathroom mirror reading, "I see you." Another was left on my bedside table while I slept. The terror was suffocating. I realized that whoever this was had access to my home. I confided in my closest friend, Mia, who insisted I go to the police. They took my statement but said there wasn't much they could do without solid evidence. Frustrated and terrified, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I started staying up late, monitoring the cameras myself. That's when I saw him. A hooded figure lingered near my kitchen window, staring inside. He stood there for what felt like hours before disappearing into the shadows. Then came the night I finally saw his face. I was reviewing the footage from the previous night when I froze. The hooded figure had turned toward the camera, and I recognized him immediately. It was Ben, my coworker. Ben was always friendly, always eager to help with projects or grab coffee. He was the kind of person you'd never suspect, which made the realization even more horrifying. The same man who sat across from me at work every day had been invading my life in the most personal, terrifying way. The night after I recognized Ben in the footage, I couldn't sleep. I stayed up, my dog by my side, watching the cameras. At 2 a.m., I heard the sound of the garden gate creaking. My heart pounded as I watched the cameras. Ben was there, standing in my backyard, holding something in his hand. He looked around nervously, as if he knew he was being watched. My hands shook as I dialed 911. "Hello, this is Emily. I think someone is breaking into my house. They're in my backyard right now." The operator's calm voice reassured me. "We've dispatched officers to your location. Please stay inside and lock all doors and windows." I hung up and double-checked all the locks. My dog barked furiously, and I could hear Ben trying to force the back door open. I grabbed a baseball bat from the closet just in case. The sound of the police sirens in the distance was the sweetest sound I'd ever heard. When the police arrived, they found Ben trying to force the back door open. He was arrested on the spot, his face pale and sweat-soaked. At the police station, Ben admitted to stalking me for months. He claimed he just wanted to be closer to me. Despite his confession, he was released on bail while awaiting trial. The thought of him being free was almost as terrifying as the stalking itself. I moved out of my house shortly after, unable to shake the memories of his invasion. I've since learned to trust my instincts and take every precaution to protect myself. I installed a state-of-the-art security system in my new home and made sure to have a trusted friend or family member check in on me regularly. The experience left me with a deep sense of vulnerability, but it also taught me the importance of trusting my gut. I've since joined a support group for stalking victims where I've found comfort in sharing my story and hearing others' experiences. It's been a long road to recovery, but I'm stronger now, more aware of the world around me. Have you ever experienced something similar? Share your story in the comments. I'd love to hear how you've overcome your fears. And if you're looking for more chilling stories like this one, check out my other videos. Stay safe. Thank you for watching this chilling story. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more terrifying tales. Explore other genres of horror and scary stories on this channel. There's something to keep every horror fan awake at night. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a new upload.